Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
This is your IELTS speaking practice test, and I'm your practice examiner. My name is Joel Timothy Javed. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Yes, my full name is Sumaya Khushi.
What shall I call you?
You can call me Sumaya.
Where do you come from?
I come from a city of Pakistan which is called Gujranwala and is well known for their wrestlers and for their desi food.
Okay, that's good. Let's talk about summer. Is summer your favorite time of year?
Not surely though, because in summer it's really sweating and I can't find it really irritating for me because I have nose bleeding issue in especially June and the mid of the summer where the weather is at peak and the sun, all that things.
What do you do in summer when the weather is very hot?
Usually when the weathers are at peak, I there are a plethora of things, but the main one is I went for out some like juices or for going like lemonade. My favorite one is mango fresh juice, so I took that, and also my favorite fruit is mango, so I ate that things, and I prefer to be in air conditioners.
Do you go on holiday every summer?
No,
Why not?
not yet because sorry, because I think in summer it's not a good idea to go out when especially in the mid noon. Even in the evening it's a bit better to go out with your friends to hang out.
Hmm. Did you enjoy the summer holidays when you were at school?
Yeah, I enjoy with my adolescent friends
Mm-hmm.
because we did play a lot of games
Mm-hmm.
like hide and seek and run and all that clear things, so it might be a little enjoyable for me than this.
Good. Thank you so much. That is the end of your speaking part one. Now part two. In part two, I'm going to give you a cue card. This is your topic.
Yes.
You can use this sheet if you wish to make some notes. Okay, you have
Okay,
one
sir.
minute to think about it. And your time start now, please.
Okay, sir.
Okay, time's up. Now you have 2 minutes to talk. Don't worry if I stop you, okay?
Yes,
And your
sir.
time start now, please.
Well, the thing I want to talk about is a villa and a car. There are two things which I want to own in my future, like a villa with a lot of luxury machinery, as it is a technology era. So we have a lot of like washing machines and robotic things like a coffee maker, and we don't have to use our muscle power to do that things. So uh, uh, I have to take that things in the future for my resilience and for luxury lifestyle, and then a car. Good, better to go for racing car, but then if I go for luxury car, then it's a Rolls Royce because it's really a good aura, and uh, it seems amazing. It's like with your friends and you go out, and then it's a kind of good thing to have in my future. And then I go for some branded clothes like international brands. So it's kind of luxury things for me also, because I am doing great things to own that things, as I'm a student, but I prefer to go abroad for my higher studies and should be independent in future, so I will be able to adopt things as my own, not on others. So it would be a great thing for me to earn, then for my parents, to make my parents proud if I have earned that things. And I go for murder. Furthermore, I will talk about the things. So most important things are these for me to earn. But if I go for other things like in the luxury, that would be a good motorbikes and all those things and technology. And iPhone is so well known and renowned these days, and most famous among the youngsters and teenagers. So I would also on the thing like the famous model. I think so. And
Okay, good. Thank you so much. That is the end of your speaking part 2. Okay, now part 3. Now part 3. In part 3, I'm going to ask you a few questions about expensive items. Okay?
okay.
Which expensive items would many young people in your country like to buy?
As I talked before, the most expensive thing, which is more among the famous, is iPhone. Because youngsters are really crazy about their features and their photography skills, and they are really just go for thing. If they have friends, they might be stubborn for their with their parents to have that own thing with their own, to use that thing and then show off with their friends.
How do the expensive items that younger people want to buy differ from those that older people want to buy?
Could you rephrase this?
What's the difference between nowadays younger people buy different things and older people buy different things? So what's the, you can say that
Well,
difference?
as I talk about this as my own perspective, I think that it's basically of liking and having interest in the things. Because in the old generation, technology is not so well maintained and developing. So the old peoples go with some their health life skills and like some property things. But in today's generation, as we see, the teenagers are not so interesting or appreciating their things like that belongs to something useful for them, but they go for some unusual and uncommon like things like iPhones and iPods, laptops, MacBooks, all that thing. But usually, as we see, the older people have no more interest in those things as compared to our generation.
Do you think that people are more likely to buy expensive items for their friends or for themselves?
Well, as I thought, people usually prefer to own things for them that are much expensive and which costs an arm and leg for them, not for the others like their friends or the other family members, but for the close ones like their parents or their siblings. But if any one of their friends ask them to buy things, so they make some lame excuses or something like, I don't have money, or our bank account, my budget is low on this. So there are a plethora of reasons, but the main and essential one is this.
Good. Let's talk about rich people. How difficult is it to become very rich in today's world?
In today's world, it's very rich become very difficult to think for people.
Why?
Well, people who belongs to a lower area or like middle class families, because their focus is all on their kitchen usually things or daily routine things. They are just compelled in that things. And if we talk about the rich people, they more invest their business rather than their own self or their branded stuff. If they have money, they go for trading and other like thing to invest more. But if we see the other people, usually it's about the mindset which make us rich and which makes us poor. If we just think about just daily routine and not outside of the box, so it would be difficult for us to become a rich. But if we use our mind more sharply and not just usually see the obstacles and the drawbacks of the things, we need to take risk to become a rich in our future life or become independent like a rich man.
Good. Do you agree that money does not necessarily bring happiness?
No, I usually don't agree on this. I have argued on this like because it's a statement that money usually don't buy happiness. But if we see in the present era, money is everything for everyone, because money speaks and everyone relates to money. And people who have more money, people prefer them to make their as friends and being invited on their functions and all their preferred chief guests, all those things. Sorry.
Good. My last question is, in what ways might rich people use their money to help society?
As I think usually rich people usually don't spend their monies to help others or think about the poor peoples or the low class peoples. But if they do charities or for some organizations they make, or the campaigns or the camping, all that thing for the lower people to help them, or they things like that and campaigns and all that thing, but to help the region, not usually to be the directly to give that things, but through someone.
Good. Thank you so much. That is the end of your speaking test. Wish you good luck.
Thank you, sir.